Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Yesterday we have talked about how browser interacts with the production server and fulfills a request, and how the DNS works, and all those things we have seen yesterday. But we haven't seen the full detailed explanation of how browser works and what are the components of browser and how these all these components works together to render the web page and all those things we are going to see in this video. And these are the components of the browser. The first one is user interface. It is the space where the user interacts with the browser, and whatever the things that you can see on the browser screen is called as a I mean user interface. And when the user clicks any link or a button, that is what user interacts with the user interface. And all those things are happens in the user interface space. And when the user clicks the button or any links, that is happening in the user interface screen. And after that we have below than that we have browser engine, which captures that action and cause the effect on the rendering engine. And this is the role of the browser engine. It acts as a bridge between the user interface and the rendering engine. And whatever the action that has initiated in the user interface is captured by the browser engine, and the effect for that action is updated on the rendering engine. This is what the role of the browser engine plays in the browser. And after that, the rendering engine, as the name suggests, it is responsible for rendering the web page in the browser. Rendering means processing. Like when the browser gets the response from the production server, actually it will get the only the HTML and CSS and JavaScript files. And the rendering engine renders those files into an visible thing like UI. And this is what the rendering engine is responsible for. And inside the rendering engine, the lot of process and things are happening inside the rendering engine. The main thing is constructing the DOM tree and the sound tree. What does mean by DOM tree and the sound tree means, uh, when the when the when the response is when the response is has been reached to the browser, the rendering engine takes the HTML file and CSS file and constructs those files as a tree structure, like element inside the element, like that. You can see here below. You can see that we have a div with a attribute ID, with a root ID name. And inside that we have a div, and also inside that div also we have another div and a script tag. This is called the DOM tree. And this DOM tree is constructed by the rendering engine. And also the sound tree means the DOM tree is constructed by using the HTML files, and the sound tree is constructed by using the CSS files. And finally, these trees are combined together to make this tree like structure. This is called the DOM tree. And you can see that DOM tree in all web pages by pressing the Control Shift I for a Windows. You can see that in element section. You can see that DOM tree in element section. And the rendering engine is responsible for constructing the DOM tree and sound tree. And after the DOM tree is constructed, the web page is rendered in the UI. And below than that we have three sections: networking, JavaScript interpreter, and UI backend. Networking take care of the protocol that which is used to the protocol that which is used to interact with the server. Like when the request is sent from the browser, there we have some protocol which should be followed while interacting with the production server. And that protocol is called as a HTTP or HTTPS protocol. And all these things and protocol, all these networking things are take care of by networking section. And other than that, we have a JavaScript interpreter. This interpreter is used to compile the JavaScript code, and it is basically used for compiling the JavaScript code, which gets in response. And UI backend, it's a generic interface that connects with web page, and also with operating system. One side of the UI backend is connected with the browser UI, and another side of the UI backend is connected with the operating system that Chrome, that browser has installed in. And other than that, we have data persistence layer. As the name suggests, it is the layer that used to store the data, like the whenever, let's say, in real scenario, we can say that when the user is logged in, we used to store the token in the browser for some time. On that time, we can go for data persistence layer. And other than that, we can whatever we need to store in a browser, we can go for a data persistence layer. In data persistence layer, we have more options to save the data, like session, local storage, and cookies. All these things, varies with some specific condition. And this is what data persistence layer is used for. And that is what I wanted to say in this video. And I hope all these concepts are clearly understood by you. And if doesn't, you can play this video again and again to understand the concept, the deep concept of how these components works in browser. Okay, thank you so much.